in 6 children with Afro hair say that they've endured a bad experience at school because of it. This year, World Afro Day is calling on all head teachers to stamp out that discrimination. Joining us from South East London is the founder of World Afro Day, Michelle de Leon. Michelle is actually a producer at Good Morning Britain, but you've been doing this project separately, haven't you, outside of GMB for quite some time. We're also joined by the photographer, Miss Anne Harriman from Surrey. Good morning to you. You've documented Black Lives Matters, and you became the first black, I think, male photographer, certainly, to shoot the September cover of British Vogue, and the September cover in the industry is the big one to do. Welcome to both of you. Michelle, let me just ask you first. World Afro Day is something that you've started for this very reason, and the fact that children are still being discriminated against actually is quite horrifying to think of. They're children with their natural hair. What are the stories that have kick-started this World Afro Day for you about children in schools?
I think it started with my own daughter. She was my inspiration. She was feeling great about her hair, but I knew millions of children wasn't. So I knew that there was a problem outside. And then I started to hear so many stories from parents, from the news, that children were being discriminated against for really our everyday hairstyles. We're talking about cornrows, we're talking about dreadlocks, we're talking about Afro hair, just an Afro that grows out of our heads. So And I think, you know, there's stories that people haven't heard of. I've spoken to mothers who sent their children to school with dreadlocks and the teachers cut their hair off. And that's just been heartbreaking to hear those stories.
Good grief. And Miss Anne, you've had some experience of this yourself, clearly not at the moment. I'm not making a comment on your lovely head, but just tell us, I mean, you've had some terrible experiences, and of course now you're a world-class photographer, presumably wanting to celebrate the very thing that Michelle there was saying is being discriminated against in schools.
Of course. I'm very aware of the power of self-image and self-love, and when Michelle came to me about a World Afro Day, it immediately triggered some experiences from my childhood where I was, my hair was petted on almost as if it was a petting zoo. And all the sort of Brillo pad jokes and fuzzy wuzzy jokes were incredibly traumatizing, something that I'm still processing as an adult now. And certainly I do not want the next generation of young men and women to experience what I experienced.
And Michelle, there are laws in place, aren't there, about equality and so on. Are you suggesting that in schools they're not adhering to the current equality laws, or do you think that the law needs to change?
I think in the school system, actually, if teachers wrote their policies in line with the Equalities Act, teachers actually have a higher level that they have to abide by. They should be abiding by the public service equality duty, which says they should be trying to eliminate discrimination and harassment, and they're not currently doing that. There are so many teachers that are writing policies. There's been a 66% rise in negative policies against Afro hair. What other part of society, what other group of people would we accept that level of discrimination against?
And just a quick word from Miss Anne. Congratulations on your cover of Vogue. And you're also doing a competition. You're judging a competition in the middle of Black History Month in October, aren't you? Just 20 seconds on that, if you don't mind.
Yes. We want to have a lot of young people know that their hair is really important in their self-image. So all of the judges are very excited with the winners that we've chosen, and I have to keep my lips sealed on that. But it's a celebration of self-image, self-love, and very important to me as someone that is an image maker.
Quite right. Thank you so much. And thanks to Michelle and to Miss Anne, both of you, for speaking to us. And good luck with World Afro Day. And obviously Black History Month will be a big moment for everybody. Thank you.